नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्यत्य देशतारिणे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 6, text 15 onwards. Chapter 6 is titled The Demigods and Demons Declare a Truce, because this is going to happen on the guidance and advice of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So and then both of them are going to declare a truce for the fighting that they have been having for millennium after millennium, and then they both are going to cooperate in churning the milk ocean. So that is the pastime Leela that we are heading towards. So text 15. अहं गिरित्रश्च सुरादयो ये दक्षादयोऽग्नेरिव केतवस्ते किं वा विदामेश पृथग् विभाता बिभत्स्वसं नो द्विजदेव मन्त्रम् अहं I, who is speaking? Lord Brahma. I, Lord Brahma. Giritraha, Lord Shiva. Cha, also. Sura Adayaha, all the demigods. A, as we are. Daksha Adayaha, headed by Maharaj Daksha. Agne, of fire. Iva, like. Ketavaha, sparks. Te, of you. Kim, what? Va, either. Vidama, can we understand? Isha, O my Lord. Pritak Vibhataha, independently of you. Vidatsva, kindly bestow upon us. Sham, good fortune. Naha, our. Dvijadeva mantram, the means of deliverance suitable for the Brahmanas and the demigods. Translation: I, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all the demigods, accompanied by the Prajapatis like Daksha, are nothing but sparks illuminated by you, who are the original fire. Since we are particles of you, what can we understand about our welfare? O Supreme Lord, please give us the means of deliverance that is suitable for the Brahmanas and demigods. Purport: in this verse, the word Dvija Deva Mantram is very important. The word mantra means that which delivers one from the material world. Again, I'll read that sentence again. The word mantra means that which delivers one from the material world. Only the Dvijas, the Brahmanas, and the Devas, the demigods, can be delivered from material existence by the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whatever is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a mantra and is suitable for delivering the conditioned souls from mental speculation. The conditioned souls are engaged in a struggle for existence. Mana shastani indriyani prakriti stani karshati. Deliverance from this struggle constitutes the highest benefit. But unless one gets a mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, deliverance is impossible. The beginning mantra is the Gayatri mantra. Therefore, after purification, one is qualified to become a Brahmana, that is a Dvija. He is offered the Gayatri mantra. Simply by chanting the Gayatri mantra, one can be delivered. This mantra, however, is suitable only for the Brahmanas and the demigods. In Kali Yuga, we are all in a very difficult position in which we need a suitable mantra that can deliver us from the dangers of this age. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his incarnation as Lord Chaitanya, gave us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyata. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. In his Sikshakshtaka, Lord Chaitanya says, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glories to the chanting of Sri Krishna Sankirtana. The Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is directly chanted by the Lord Himself, who gives us this mantra for deliverance. We cannot invent any means to be delivered from the dangers of material existence. Here, even the demigods such as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and the Prajapatis such as Daksha are said to be like illuminating sparks in the presence of the Supreme Lord, who is compared to a great fire. Sparks are beautiful as long as they are in the fire. Similarly, we have to remain in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always engage in devotional service. For then we shall always be brilliant and illuminating. As soon as we fall from the service of the Lord, our brilliance and illumination will immediately be extinguished, or at least stopped for some time. When we living entities who are like sparks of the original fire, the Supreme Lord, fall into a material condition, we must take the mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead as it is offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, we shall be delivered from all the difficulties of this material world. What a wonderful purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Very packed. So, nice words too. So, Lord Brahma is praying to the Supreme Lord and he is accompanied by Lord Shiva and all the demigods. And there are also Prajapatis headed by Daksha. So, everybody is there. And Lord Brahma is making this statement. What is the statement that he is making? We are all. Who? Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, all the demigods, and all the Prajapatis, everybody, we are all like tiny sparks. So basically, he's saying we are tiny jivas, tiny living beings. However great a personality he or she might be, whatever authority and power and role they might be performing, they still are tiny atmas. That's what Brahma is saying. And he is saying you are like the original fire, and we are like the tiny sparks illuminated by the blazing fire. So that is our position. All of us, all the living beings, we are like tiny sparks. And when the blazing fire is going on, there will be numerous sparks automatically present. But if the sparks are situated along with the fire, then the spark will be bright and illuminating and it will continue to exist. But if the spark falls away from the fire, it gets extinguished in a brief period of time. That is the nature of the spark. And that is our nature also as tiny living beings. We need to be always in the association of the Supreme Lord. When we are in the association of the Supreme Lord, we can also be bright, effulgent, and illuminating. Because that quality comes from the blazing fire, from the Supreme Lord. But we forget that. We think that, oh, without the Supreme Lord, we can exist independently and we can do stuff. And that is the beginning of our problem. And we keep compounding the problem more and more and more and more and more. And then we are eternally rotting in this material existence. So that is what Brahma is alluding to. So he's saying, he's praying to the Supreme Lord. Please give us the means of deliverance that is suitable for the Brahmanas and demigods. Dvijadeva mantram is the phrase that Brahma is using. So, for towards that purpose, in the beginning of the purport itself, Srila Prabhupada is referring to what a mantra means. Mantra is one that delivers a person from the material existence, material world. That is the meaning of that which delivers. So here it is talking about Brahmanas and demigods, Dvijas, right? Dvijas are the twice born. The first birth is the biological birth through father and mother, and the second birth is given by Guru, when the Guru gives initiation, and during the initiation, some mantras are given. So those who are taken the second birth by taking initiation from the Guru, they become Dvijas. So, what is the speciality of the Brahmana? Immediately, when the word Brahmana is mentioned, we start thinking about certain group of people. But we have to go back to Bhagavad Gita. In the last six chapters of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is talking about Prakriti, material nature. And Prakriti is the basis through which this material creation has been made. And that Prakriti has three material modes: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So, mode of goodness is the only mode that is suitable. Mode of passion and mode of ignorance are not suitable for spirituality. So, at the bare minimum, at the very least, we human beings have to situate ourselves in the mode of goodness. That's why Krishna talks about so many things related to mode of goodness. He talks about the food that we eat, and he classifies them into three modes and identifies the symptoms by which we can identify it and the consequences. And then the charity that we give, all the activities that we perform, everything is influenced by these three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. And he gives how we can identify which mode is predominating and what is the destination or the consequence of each of these modes. And then he clearly gives the picture and says, mode of goodness is the suitable one. So he is nudging us and encouraging us to situate ourselves in the mode of goodness. That's why we have several do's and don'ts in our spiritual practices. And we do not eat food that is not in the mode of goodness. Because when we consume that food, it is going to impact our consciousness, our speech, our words, our action, everything. So we have to be careful what we are consuming. And we are consuming food through our mouth. So that food should be in the mode of goodness. And that's why even if it is vegetables, there are certain vegetables that are in the mode of passion and mode of ignorance, we avoid them. We use only vegetables that are in the mode of goodness, and we cook and offer it to Krishna and then take it as prasadam. And we consume as devotees, we consume only prasadam. So that in that way we are we are taking in only mode of goodness food items. And it's not the only mode of consumption for us. We have eyes, we have ears, we are seeing so many things. So what are we seeing? Whatever see we are seeing, it's going in. So we have to be careful what we are seeing. What we are seeing should be in the mode of goodness too. What we are hearing should be in the mode of goodness too. We cannot just keep hearing any trash or junk. So that we have to be very careful about that. So that is what Krishna is emphasizing in Bhagavad Gita. So mode of goodness is needed, because mode of goodness is the platform from which we can start our spirituality and keep growing in our spirituality and get closer and closer to God. Idea is not to stay in the mode of goodness. The idea is to transcend these three modes. But to do that, we should be in the mode of goodness only. Mode of passion and mode of ignorance will not cut it, will not work, will not help. Rather, it will be an obstacle. So that is why mode of goodness. So a person who is predominantly in the mode of goodness is a Brahmana. That is the That is the actual meaning of the word Brahmana, a person who is predominantly in the mode of goodness. So they are conducting their everyday life in the mode of goodness. So Krishna is encouraging us to come to the mode of goodness and be a Brahmana, not to like live like a Brahmana, but to cultivate spirituality. That mode of goodness is very helpful. But ultimately, Krishna wants us to go above and beyond these three modes. That is the transcendental position. That is the spiritual platform. So Krishna wants us to reach the spiritual platform. To help us reach that spiritual platform, mode of goodness is required. So he is urging everybody to be in the mode of goodness. So that is Brahminical culture, being in the mode of goodness. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what is the symptom of one who is in the mode of goodness? Their entire body is illuminated with light, with knowledge. So we need spiritual knowledge. We need to read, hear repeatedly from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. And what is the speciality and significance of Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is spoken directly by the Supreme Lord Krishna. And here in the purport, Prabhupada is saying, whatever is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a mantra. Bhagavad Gita are the words spoken by the Supreme Lord. So each of those utterances from the mouth of Lord Krishna, every single one of them is a mantra. It's that powerful. And it is capable of delivering conditioned souls like us from mental speculation, material existence, and everything. It's that powerful. So that is why the emphasis is made by the devotees and the acharyas that we have to always listen, read, hear the words spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagavad Gita is Arjuna asking questions and Krishna explaining. So all the words spoken by Krishna is a mantra. And similarly in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are so many glorifications of the Supreme Lord made by very pure devotees of the Supreme Lord. And they are not only glorifying, they are specifically stating the actual nature and position of the Supreme Lord also. And there are many words spoken by Supreme Lord directly also. All those are again mantras which are capable of delivering us conditioned living beings. So that is why Prabhupada made it a practice. Every day in the morning, we read from Srimad Bhagavatam, hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, and all those nice messages go through our ears and purifies our consciousness, get rids of all the material contamination that we have, and then throughout the day we can act properly. So we have to cultivate that habit every single day of reading Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, or hearing a lecture of Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Because whatever is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a mantra and is suitable for delivering the conditioned souls from mental speculation. How simple it is, but how powerful and effective it is. We have to just give it a thought. It's not like a blind thing that we are doing. It's not a ritual. Yeah, every day morning these people will read Srimad Bhagavatam and they will in the evening they will read Bhagavad Gita. No, that is not the point. What is the intention behind that? Why do we read? Why do we do what we do? So we have to be very careful about that. We have to be cognizant of that fact. So because it's for our benefit. And what is the benefit? we are we are coming into contact with the Supreme Lord and his pure devotees, and whatever they are saying is very powerful to transform us. So that's why Lord Brahma here is saying, oh Supreme Lord, please give us the means of deliverance. So the means of deliverance, anything that is spoken by the Supreme Lord is a mantra, and is a means of deliverance. So we have to latch onto it and take it. It's the most precious thing that we are being given. If we are given a diamond or a gold bar or anything, we all understand how valuable it is. We won't let it go from our hands. We are very careful in protecting it. The words of deliverance that are being given by the Supreme Lord is even more precious than that. But due to our ignorance, we do not know the value. And we think, oh yeah, what is so special about this? But once our ignorance is removed and we understand the actual value of it, we will be greedy to possess it, and we will be very careful in preserving and protecting it. That's how precious and how valuable it is, because it is the means of deliverance for conditioned souls like us. And Prabhupada is talking about Gayatri Mantra. We have to be in a state of purity. So that means we have to be in the state of mode of goodness. So that's why in ISKCON, Prabhupada instituted the practice. We have to come under the shelter of a bona fide guru. And then through the words, guidance, and instructions of such a guru, we conduct our day to day life, and we also practice our bhakti, the do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations, everything we practice. So through that process we start getting purified, and we are also imparted spiritual knowledge through the medium of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and all these is purifying us, and we are we existing in every day. Our lifestyle is in the mode of goodness, and we are existing in the mode of goodness, and that is a very good purified state to be in. And once that happens, the spiritual master guru will initiate us into the Gayatri mantra as well, because only when we are in that purified stage we are qualified to receive the mantra from guru. All the Vedic mantras, Gayatri mantra is a Vedic mantra. Oh, we have to come to the purified stage, only then we will be given the Gayatri mantra Diksha and all those things. So what about the rest of us? So that's where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes into picture. Lord Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, to deliver every living being, not only human beings, every living being that hears the Hare Krishna Mahamantra can get delivered. So that is why in ISKCON we have two-stage process of initiation. The first process is the Harinam initiation, where we are given the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are formally initiated and connected with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then we continue all the prayasas, and we keep getting purified, and we reach a stage. Then the Guru will say, okay, I will also initiate you in the Gayatri Mantra, because the Gayatri Mantra is very powerful. It can deliver us from the material existence. So both Hare Krishna Mahamantra Diksha and Gayatri Mantra Diksha are being given in two stages in ISKCON. That is the process initiated by Srila Prabhupada, our founding Acharya. So we are so fortunate to have all these process that is gradually purifying us and elevating us more and more and more, and we get qualified to receive the Harinam Diksha. We are become qualified to receive the Gayatri Mantra Diksha. All those are very important milestones in our spiritual journey, but the ultimate goal is to get connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and have a loving relationship with Him. So, towards that, all these are there. So, we have to keep that in mind. So, that is what Prabhupada is referring to here. Okay, so we have spent quite a significant time on this verse only, and we have two other items on the agenda today. Um, So we also were requested to speak a little bit about Damodar Leela, because we are in the Damodar month. And also share a little bit about our experiences from the Ramayana Yatra in Sri Lanka during the Kartik month. So we will talk briefly about both of those things. Um, Damodar month. In a year, we have 12 months, and each of the month has a name of Krishna, like Keshava, Madhava, Damodar, and so on. Damodar month is very special to Srimati Radharani. It's a very dear month to her, and she gives all her profuse blessings to that month. So that is why that month is so powerful. And so many of the main pastimes connected with the Radha Krishna Leela happened during the Damodar month. Radha Kund appeared during Damodar month. Krishna lifted Govardhan and protected the Vrajavasis from the onslaught of Indra that happened in the Damodar month. Deepavali also happens in the Damodar month. Like that, there are so many important leelas that happened in the month of Damodar. So normally it is said it is very rare opportunity for a person to get an opportunity to practice bhakti. It is that rare. But since that it is freely available because of the costless mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we take it for granted that bhakti is so easy, is easily accessible. But any spiritual practice is very rare and very tough to do. All those Ashtanga Yoga path, Dhyana Yoga path, Jnana Yoga path, it's very difficult to do. But it is even still, it is very rarer for a person to take up all those things. And what to speak about bhakti, which is even more rarer. But we have been given access to it, we do not value it out of our ignorance. So anything that we do in bhakti gives a very great result in our life. And especially when that little act of bhakti that we do it in Damodar month, it gets multiplied millionfold, and that much result we get even for doing a very tiny act of bhakti in that month. That is the speciality of Damodar month. That much million times benefit we get for doing a tiny thing in bhakti in this month. So we have to take advantage of this month and try to do as much as possible in bhakti, and it gets multiplied millionfold, and we will get all those benefits in our life, and we make rapid advancement in our bhakti, and we get closer and closer to Radha and Krishna. So that is how significant practicing bhakti is, and practicing bhakti in the month of Damodar is. Okay. And then Krishna appears once in a day of Brahma in a material world. One day of Brahma is 12-hour time period, and one night time of Brahma is another 12-hour time period. The 12-hour daytime period, so many millions and millions and millions of years pass in human lifetime calculation. So only once in a day of Brahma, Krishna comes and performs his pastimes in the material world. It is that rare. And eternally, Krishna is keeping performing pastimes in the spiritual world. But Acharyas point out there is a slight note there. What? The childhood pastimes of Krishna doesn't happen in the spiritual world. So nobody can see why if there's such a pastime is there of, but that such a pastime Krishna comes and performs not in the spiritual world. He comes and performs it in the material world where unqualified, ignorant people like us are existing. That is the mercy. That is the love of Krishna that He is showing to each one of us. We are so unqualified, we are so ignorant, we are stuck in this material world. In such a place, Krishna came and performed his childhood pastimes in Vrindavan. When Krishna appeared in front of Vasudeva and Devaki, they were having a conversation for some time. And then Krishna tells Vasudeva, please take me to Vrindavan. Please leave me in the care of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata. So Vasudeva takes and leaves Krishna in their care. And Krishna is growing up in Vrindavan, and all those childhood baby pastimes that Krishna performs is so rare. It doesn't even happen in the spiritual world. People doesn't don't get to see that in the spiritual world. He performed those baby pastimes in the baby form. He did so many things in Vrindavan, and we get to read and hear about it even today. That is the speciality of that pastime. Okay, what is then there is one special Leela happened, that is the Damodar Leela. It happened on a Diwali day. Nanda Maharaj had to go very early in the morning away from his home on business purposes because they are Vaisyas, right? They are taking care of cows and producing milk and milk products and everything, and producing grains, vegetables, fruits. So they are in the business of trading. So for some business purpose, Nanda Maharaj had to get up very early in the morning and leave. So Nanda Maharaj is gone. And it's a Diwali day, so not many servants are there in the home too. Mother Yashoda and baby Krishna are sleeping on the bed. Mother Yashoda wakes up, and right next to her, she sees this beautiful form, eyes closed and sleeping very peacefully. It looks so beautiful. Mother Yashoda cannot take her eyes away from that beautiful form of baby Krishna. Her heart is overflowing with love for Krishna, and she is like drinking in the beauty of the baby Krishna. But she says, "Oh, go! I have to get up because once my Krishna wakes up, he keeps me very busy. I cannot do many of the other household activities. So before he wakes up, let me finish some my household activities so that I can dedicate my full time to being with Krishna." So reluctantly, she gets up and then goes and takes bath, and then she is doing activities. What activities she is doing? She doesn't need to do any activity. She has like thousands and thousands of servants to do activities on her bidding, but she wants to do one specific task. What is that? The buttermilk, the butter, and other products that Krishna eats, she wants to make it herself. It is her own personal service to Krishna. If we have, we also get opportunities to do devotional service to Krishna. But after a while, we say, oh, I'm so tired. Can I dump this task to somebody else? Let others do it. Why I should be doing it? That is our conditioned, contaminated mindset thinking like that. We are not greedy and eager to do more and more for Krishna. We have to remember any devotional activity that we do directly connects us with Krishna, but we don't have that realization. So then we think that it is another chore that we have to do. We have to do so many things, and this is another chore. We have to just grind our teeth and get it done. That is our unfortunate contaminated state where we think like that. We are not greedy. Oh, I want to do more. It's because any small single thing that I do in bhakti connects me directly with Krishna, and Krishna receives it personally. Because we do not have that understanding, we think that, oh, it's a tedious chore that we have to do. But Yashoda is not like that. Oh, this is for Krishna, my Krishna. Only I have to do it. So if I'm not doing it, Krishna will be starving. That is the mindset of Rajavasis, and that is the mindset of Yashoda Mata. So that is one thing that we can learn from her. We should be very possessive and greedy of our devotional tasks. Oh, I don't, I cannot give it to anybody else. This is only for me. I have to do it for Krishna. So Yashoda Mata was thinking like that and she was doing. And then she has another purpose. Every day she is getting complaints from her neighbors, gopis. Your son Krishna is coming and stealing butter, cheese, buttermilk, milk, anything and everything in our home. He is every day coming with his friends and monkeys and he is like stealing. Every day there is a complaint. And Mother Yashoda is thinking, Nanda Maharaj is the emperor, and what we don't have in our home. And why is my son going and stealing all this butter, buttermilk, cheese, and everything from the neighbors? What is not there in our home? So what she does is, Nanda Maharaj has 900,000 cows. 900,000 cows, just Nanda Maharaj only. He is that rich. And out of those 900,000 cows, there are different groups. So what Mother Yashoda does is she picks the best of the cows every day. And then to those best groups, she groups them and then she gives different types of grasses to different groups of cows. One type of grass will give one flavor milk. Another type of grass will give a different flavor milk. Like that, she does because she wants to get the best cows and the best milk and the best flavored milk out of each of these cows. And from that milk, buttermilk is made and the buttermilk is used to churn and create butter. So these are the activities that Yashoda is doing currently before Krishna wakes up. So she is churning right outside the kitchen. She can keep an eye on the doorway to the bedroom and she is churning buttermilk to create butter out of that. So while she is doing it, while we are doing some household activities like that, what do? We listen to some YouTube, radio, something to watch TV, and that is blaring in the background, and we are doing our household tasks. Or we are chatting on phone, gossiping, and are doing all that unwanted stuff. That is our conditioned nature. But Yashoda Mata is not like that. When she is doing her household activities, her mind is going to Krishna only. She's thinking about Krishna. She's thinking about all the pastimes that Krishna has been. Oh, my Krishna did this, my Krishna did that, my Krishna did that. So, like that, she is thinking about all the pastimes of Krishna. And as our mind is engaged in remembering Krishna, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Manmana bhavamat bhakta madhyajimam namaskuru. Whenever you are doing any activities, always keep your mind fixed on me. Offer obeisances to me and continue doing your activities. Exactly, Yashoda is doing that. She is remembering Krishna only. And after by remembering Krishna and his pastimes, naturally through her mouth, the pastimes start coming out as a song. So she is singing, she is doing kirtanam also. That is the way we have to perform our household tasks. When we are cooking, cutting vegetables, or cleaning our home, or doing any task that we have to keep fix our mind on Krishna, and we have to be doing kirtanam, glorifying, singing the glories of Krishna. That is another thing that we can learn from Yashoda Mata. We can pray to her, kindly bless us, bless me, that I can fix my mind on Krishna like you do, and I can always do kirtanam of Krishna's glories like you are doing while you are going about doing your household activities. So all this is going on, and she is so blissfully remembering Krishna and doing kirtan and churning butter. All this is going on. Krishna wakes up. Krishna wakes up, and he doesn't find his mom right next to him. So he knows my mom has got up and she's doing some activity outside, so I need to go to her. But the bed is very tall, at a very good height, and he is a small baby. But he finds a way to crawl from the bed to the floor without falling down, and he comes down and then sees his mom through the doorway. He directly goes there to Mother Yashoda and he starts tugging at the sari of his mother. Mother Yashoda is doing that, and she's so joyed, overjoyed. Oh my Krishna is becoming more and more intelligent. He himself got down from that bed at from such a height, and not only that, he came directly to me and he is indicating to me that he I need to feed him milk. Oh, my Krishna is growing up. He is getting more and more intelligent. Her heart is so overflowing with love for her son Krishna. So immediately she stops her work and sits down and takes baby Krishna in her lap. Now, baby Krishna is lying on the lap. What was the intention? To feed Krishna milk. But that did not happen. Yashoda, the moment baby Krishna is in her lap, she is looking, and now Krishna's eyes are open because when she was getting up, Krishna's eyes were closed, he was sleeping. But even in that state, he was so beautiful and mesmerizing to look at. And now baby Krishna's eyes are open, and his eyes are so beautiful, and his face is so beautiful, and she is enraptured in the beauty of the baby Krishna. And Krishna is looking at his mother too. Oh, how beautiful my mom is, how much love she has, and both are just drinking each other through their eyes. And this is going on for a while. And then Yashoda remembers, oh, I took Krishna on my lap so that I can give breast milk to him. So let me start that. So then she starts giving her breast milk to Krishna, and Krishna is so happily drinking breast milk. While this is happening, Yashoda Mata had put milk on the stove in the kitchen and the milk is boiling. So milk is thinking that milk that is in the pot that is being boiled on the stove, that milk is thinking, oh, Mother Yashoda is so kind. She selected me so that I can be boiled and can be offered as food to Krishna. Oh, how fortunate I am. I will tolerate all this heat and boiling, getting boiled and everything. So, because I can become an offering to Krishna. So, I will tolerate all these things. So, the milk is getting boiled. What happens when the milk is boiled? It starts rising in the pot. So, it's rising, it's heating, boiled, heat, more heat, and then it's rising, and it reaches the edge of the pot, natural, right? And then it overflows. That is the boiling process. This is a normal activity. We have all experienced it. We have all seen it. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, our Acharya, he is a exalted devotee, pure devotee. He has lots of bhakti in his heart. He doesn't see this activity through the normal sense, through the normal lens. So he is looking at in a different perspective in the bhakti mode. He's saying, okay, the milk has risen, and it has come to the edge of the pot. And from the edge of the pot, it is seeing. What does he see? Krishna is drinking the breast milk of Yashoda. That's it. The milk becomes very frustrated and sad. Oh my Krishna. Krishna is drinking the breast milk of Yashoda, so why he is not going to drink me? My life has become completely useless. I don't need to live anymore. I will commit suicide. So the milk overflows beyond the edge of the pot and jumps into the fire to commit suicide. It is just an act of the milk boiling over, but Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is giving such an wonderful explanation with imbued with bhakti. The milk is saying, oh, I was just getting all this heat and boiling thing, tolerating all these things so that I can become an offering to Krishna. But Krishna is drinking Yashoda's breast milk. So he's not going to drink me. So my life is useless. Let me come jump into the fire and commit suicide. So milk is boiling over. Yashoda Mata sees that. Immediately she takes Krishna from her lap and puts him on the ground and runs into the kitchen to take care of the boiling milk. Krishna is like happily and blissfully drinking milk from his mother, and suddenly, abruptly, he is like dumped on the ground. And he is looking, what happened? He's a small baby. He's looking around and saying, his mother is running into the kitchen. I say, feeding me is important, or going and doing, taking care of something in the kitchen is important. How can my mother do like this? I cannot, I have to do something to show my anger. So he looks around. There are so many pots and pots are stacked with milk, buttermilk, cheese, yogurt, all these are there. And says, okay, what can I do here? And then he sees some small stones. He takes the stones and starts hitting the pots and breaking them. Everything that is in the pots start flowing out. Now all of the pots contents have been emptied. Oh, my mom that went into the kitchen, he is going to come out any moment and she is going to see all this mess I have created. I am going to be in big trouble. I should not be here. This is the crime scene. I cannot be caught red-handed in the crime scene. I have to escape. So Krishna escapes. Nanda Maharaj has a big, huge palace with so many rooms. So he says, okay, I will go and hide in one of the rooms. And once my mom's anger is pacified, then I will come out and we will continue our loving relationship together. Until then, I have to hide myself from her. So he goes and hides. Yashoda comes out from the kitchen. She doesn't see her Krishna anywhere, but she sees all this mess. And she, oh, my my Krishna is not only intelligent, he is also very naughty. Look at how cleverly he has picked a stone and he has hit the bottom of the pot, all the parts, and everything has come out. And now thinking that I will be very angry with him, he has gone and hid himself somewhere. But one thing that Krishna, baby Krishna, has forgot. There were lots of milk and buttermilk yogurt on the floor, and Krishna's foot has stepped on it, and there are clear footprints leading to the room where he is hiding. So Yashoda looks at it and says, ah, I know where my Krishna is hiding, so I will go and catch him. But I also want to teach him a lesson because I am his mother. I have to bring him up nicely so that he doesn't do all these naughty mischief things and doesn't go and steal from our neighbors. I have to bring him up in a nice way. So I have to correct him today. So she takes a big cane and she follows the footprints. So now this baby Krishna is hiding in one of the rooms and he is even after he is hid himself, he is still curious. Will my mom find me? So through the cracks of the door, he is looking and he sees his mother with a cane coming. And she is coming directly to this room. How is this possible? I There are so many rooms in this. Why is she coming directly to the room where is how is it possible? Maybe she's coming to the next room. Let me see. But she's coming directly to this room only. Oh my God. No, this is not going to work out. Before she comes into this room and catches hold of me, I have to come out of this room and run away. So baby Krishna comes out of the room and starts running. Mother Yashoda sees that, oh, you are trying to run away from me. I'm not going to leave you. So she starts giving chase to Krishna. The acharyas say even greatest yogis who do lots of austerities and tapasya, they cannot even come any closer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nobody can reach him, approach him, nobody can catch him. The Vedas say that, the Upanishads say that. Such a personality is running and Mother Yashoda is chasing such a personality. What is going to be the outcome? Will she catch? Won't she catch him? So the chase is happening with a cane in her hand and she's running. She has like decorated her head with lots of flowers. The flowers are spilling and falling. She is not worried about that. I have to catch my Krishna. So she's running and she finally comes and catches him. Yeah, the supreme personality of Godhead who cannot be even reached is now caught by Mother Yashoda. Because what happens when even Brahma, we are just reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. They go to the shores of the milk ocean. They cannot even see the Supreme Lord that is lying on the shore on the milk ocean. And that personality is only an expansion of Krishna. They Brahma and Shiva, they cannot even see that form. They Brahma will just offer prayers and he will hear the words of the Supreme Lord and they will follow the guidance. Even for Brahma, it is like that. But here, Yashoda has chased and caught the Supreme Lord in her hand. Baby Krishna is looking at his mom. One hand is holding his hand and the other hand of his mother is holding the cane. Looking at it, the Supreme Lord, whom the fear personified fears, gets very fearful. And out of fear, the tears flow like rivers from his eyes. And the other hand is free, and he is rubbing his eyes. And eyes are becoming red with tears, and the cheeks are becoming red. And he is looking at it. Mother Yashoda's heart is moved. Oh, my baby Krishna is so scared. So immediately she drops the cane from her hand. And then what happens? No, but still I have to punish him. I have to correct him. So what can I do? So right next there is a big mortar. So she says, okay, I will get a rope, tie one end to the mortar and tie the other end to around Krishna's waist and let him be tied and let him be grounded for some time. Let me go and finish all my tasks and then I will come back and untie him. So until then he is going to be grounded, tied. So with that intention, she takes a rope and ties one end to the mortar and the other end goes around the waist of Krishna. And when it comes to tie the knot, there is a gap of two fingers. Hare, what is going on? My baby is a small baby and small waist, and I have a big rope. I have brought it around the waist of my baby, but still, okay, that's no problem. I have enough rope. So she takes extra rope and extends the length of the rope. And again, when it goes around the waist of Krishna, two fingers short. She is even more surprised. Now she takes all the ropes in the home, and the rope is getting extended, like getting longer and longer and longer. But when it goes around the waist of Krishna, two fingers short. So Acharyas say, not one material universe, not two material universe. Millions and millions of material universes are in the tummy of Lord Krishna. And what rope can go around the tummy and bind him? So yeah, the rope keeps getting longer and longer, but she cannot bind him. But she is determined not to give up. She goes to her neighbors, and the neighbors are laughing and teasing her. Ah, every day we keep come and complain that your Krishna is doing all this mischief and naughtiness in our home and stealing from our home. You were not believing, saying that your Krishna will not do such things. Looks like he has done mischief in your home itself, Yashoda. We all want to come and see what he is going to get for doing that mischief. We are so happy to give all the rope. So all the gopis collect all the ropes from their home and they come to Yashoda's home. And Krishna is like even more in a delicate state now. Oh, what happens to my image? My image is totally ruined today. All these elderly gopis, they are coming and laughing at me they are they are looking at me in this condition. Krishna is like, oh my God, what has happened to me today? And all the gopis are now looking, okay, let's see what Mother Yashoda is going to do. So the rope is getting longer and longer, and it goes around the waist of Krishna. It is two fingers short again. Everybody is surprised, stunned, and they are also laughing uncontrollably. What is going on? How can a small baby, a small waist, and the rope is getting longer and longer, but it is not able to come around his waist and tie him? So everybody is like relishing that pastime, laughing, and but Yashoda is also not determined not to give up. No, I have to punish him and correct him. So yeah, while all this going on, Krishna is looking at his mom. How determined she is, how much love she has me, that she wants to correct me and bring me up in the right way. I will accept to be bound by my mother's love. Until then, the rope was not meeting end to end. The moment Krishna decided, I will allow myself to be bound, then Yashoda was able to tie the rope around Krishna's waist and bind him. The word Damodar is a compound word of two Sanskrit words. One is Dama means rope, Udara means belly. So one is bound around the belly by a rope is called Damodara. So that is what happened here. So now Acharya has given explanation for the two fingers too short thing. One finger is indicating our effort. We have to put our effort. We cannot say, oh, I am in Bhakti, Krishna will take care of everything. I will just uh, uh, keep sit in a chair and shake my legs and just loaf around, and Krishna will do everything. No, it's not like that. We have to do our part. Our effort should be there. But just because I am putting my effort, immediately we think, oh, I put effort, I performed that activity, I produced the result of that activity. That is also foolishness. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Ahankara vimudatma karta aham iti manyate. Out of foolishness, I think I am doing the activity and I am performing the activity, I am producing the result of that activity. Krishna calls such persons not only normal Muda Atma is foolish. He says Vimudatma, super excellently stupid and foolish Atma. Glorious adjectives. If we think that I am doing the activity, I am producing the results, we are Vimudatmas. So we have to put in the effort, but the result is by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So that is the second finger. One finger is our effort, the second finger is the mercy of Krishna. Both have to be there for everything. So Krishna allowed himself to be bound by Mother Yashoda's love for him. So that is the great pastime. And then after that, what happens? Krishna is grounded now. He cannot even move. He is tied to the mortar. And Yashoda has gone to do her household tasks. His friends and monkeys also have said, okay, you are not going to come and play with us today. We cannot go and do our planned activities of going and stealing from others' homes. We are going off. You be here. So Krishna is bound. But he's saying, I cannot allow myself to be just bound and kept captive in this situation. I have to do something. So he starts pulling the rope and shaking the mortar, and the mortar falls down. Ah, mortar is falling down. Now it can roll. So I can now uh, move around this home and go anywhere. So Krishna starts crawling and the mortar starts following him. So like that, he crawls all over the home and comes to the backyard of the home. And in the backyard, there are two huge trees standing. Krishna looks at the trees and remembers his devotee Narada Muni. Oh, my devotee, Narada has given a word to deliver these two living entities in the form of trees. So my devotee's words cannot become false. I have to fulfill them. So Krishna starts making his way towards the trees. He goes through the trees, but the mortar cannot come through and it's stuck. Just like breaking a small twig, Krishna breaks the true huge thick trees that have been standing for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. They are the sons of Kuvera, Nalagriva and Manigriva. Nalakuvera and Manigriva. And they have been cursed to become trees. And along with the curse was a blessing that they will be delivered by the Supreme Lord Krishna. So Krishna fulfilled the word of his devotee Narada Muni, and these two living beings come out of the tree and they look at this beautiful form of the Supreme Lord, and not only a beautiful form, it's a baby form of the Supreme Lord. And they immediately offer prayers and gratitude to Narada Muni. Oh, Narada Muni, you are such a great devotee of Lord Krishna. Without your blessings, we could not have seen the Supreme Lord face to face. And that too, this beautiful baby form of the Supreme Lord, we got to see only because of your blessings. Thank you. And then they pay obeisances and offer prayers to Lord Krishna and happily depart. All these explanations that acharyas have given, how long I have been saying that all this is packed in that 8 verses, Damodar Ashtakam by Satyavrata Muni. That's the beauty of that Damodar Ashtakam that we recite every single day and offer ghee lamp to Lord Krishna. So such is the beauty of the Damodar Lila. Okay, so we have ticked off 2 items in the agenda. And the final item in the agenda today is the Ramayana Yatra that His Holiness Rompad Swami Maharaj conducted in Sri Lanka. He, because of his mercy, some of us got the opportunity to participate along with him and go to all these wonderful places in Sri Lanka where Sita Mata was kept captive and Agni Pravesha of Mother Sita happened in a different place nearby. And then Hanuman, when he crossed the ocean and landed in Sri Lanka, he was searching for Mother Sita. And there so much forest, and he was searching everywhere he couldn't find. And then he meditates, sits down in meditation, and then he gets an instruction to go and look in Ashokavana. And that's where he goes and finds Mother Sita. So all these wonderful places we saw in Sri Lanka just because of the mercy of Rompad Swami Maharaj who took us there, made all the arrangements and for us to. And it's such a beautiful country, very lush green, lots of greenery, and lots of people are very welcoming, very hospitable, and very in the very it was a very peaceful environment. And most importantly, right from the city Colombo to every place we covered like almost the majority of Sri Lanka. Very clean. The culture of people is to keep their place clean. That is something Indians have to learn. India is exactly 180-degree opposite to that. People keep spitting anywhere they feel like, they keep urinating anywhere, feel like they throw trash anywhere. Sri Lanka is not like that. We have to learn such a good thing from them, from our neighbors. Very clean, tidy place. We have to learn that. Cleanliness is a mode of goodness attribute. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita. We were discussing about mode of goodness in detail today too. So cleanliness is one thing that we can learn from Sri Lankans and we can practice it. And we need to practice it because that is a mode of goodness. It's a Brahminical culture, cleanliness. So like that, we went to many places in Sri Lanka and it was a very long yatra, but it was a very good yatra. Okay, so we'll stop there and see if there is any discussion from maybe 15-20 minutes. We can have a discussion on what we read from Srimad Bhagavatam and what from Damodar Leela, what was inspiring to you. Any questions, comments? Looks like I have put everybody to sleep.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for such a nectarian class with all with the pastime of Damodar Leela, and then emphasizing on the Brahmanical culture and the attributes of mode of goodness. I don't have a specific question, Prabhu, but I really wanted to appreciate for this wonderful class. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hope it was helpful.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for the wonderful lecturing class, Prabhuji, about the details of Damodar Leela. It's very nice to hear coming from a nice devotee. Even though we've heard
Prabhu,
about so
your
many
voice
people.
is very low and distorted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, it's better.
Yeah, it's very low.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's much better now.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for the amazing class and going through the details of Damodar Leela uh, and also telling us about the wonderful yatra. Prabhuji, my question regarding the endeavor and mercy. Prabhuji, how should we just endeavor without expecting the mercy, or should we expect mercy when we are doing the endeavor? Should we hope that the Lord will give mercy, or should
Oh,
we
yeah,
just not
definitely.
worry about it?
Acharyas always say that there is nothing wrong in expecting mercy from Krishna. So we can, with when we are endeavoring, we are doing, because that is the hope that devotees have. Krishna's mercy will always be there coming to me in my life. So we can expect that mercy to come from Krishna. But when it will come is not, we cannot demand. Krishna might decide any time to give that mercy, but expecting mercy from him is not a problem. We can expect. Because
Yes,
that is
Prabhuji.
also a part of that relationship with Krishna. And Krishna loves reciprocating with his devotees, with us.
Yes, Prabhuji. But in material world, if we expect, that's always bringing misery. But in spiritual life, it's okay to expect.
Yeah, because it's Krishna. Anything to do with Krishna is not going to bring any miseries or sufferings. It's going to bring bliss.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hello, Prabhuji. I love today's talk about Damodar, Leela, and also the way you narrated is so beautiful. Like, even I've heard so many people speak, and even that Gajendra Moksham, which you had told earlier, it's still in my mind. So, the same way, the story is also like it caught my minute details of the explanation is awesome. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. And
And
hope for
I'm new
today.
to all this, so I don't have much questions. I'm realizing everything in deeper context. Thank you.
Yeah. So it touch the Acharya's explanations, their bhakti, their all those things touch me deeply, and I hopefully I did some justice to narrating that pastime. It's just an expression of my love for that pastime, and with the hope that it touches the hearts of everybody who listens, and kindly give your blessings to me so that I can continue serving like this and keep getting better and better in my service to Krishna and his devotees.
Definitely, Prabhuji. You're awesome. Thank you very much. Hare
And
Krishna.
wish you many happy returns of the day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. You explained the Damodar Lila beautifully. We never get tired of listening again and again to this wonderful pastimes of Lord Krishna. I just feel sad that this month is coming to an end very soon. Very bol. Thank you.
We can still continue the rest of the year immersing ourselves in, because he has done so many pastimes. His pastimes are unlimited, his glories are unlimited. So we can still continue. The 30 days is just a sampler for us, and we can have that desire to do read more, hear more, and observe ourselves more in the various pastime. Yeah, 30 months was about Damodar pastime, but there are so many other pastimes that we can absorb ourselves in and relish it and go through our daily life, performing our activities while remembering all those wonderful pastimes. So we can continue. It doesn't need to be, but we have got a taste and experience in these 30 days when we are like focused in hearing just one pastime, Damodar pastime, and we can continue the same pastime or other pastimes and keep ourselves in bliss.
Yes, and then also I had gone to Sri Lanka a couple years back, maybe 4 or 5 years back, and I remember seeing the place where Sita Mata was in Ashokawan and the Vibhishan Palace you had posted. All those memories came back. It was nice. But of course, going with Maharaj, like Rumapat Maharaj, would be a totally different experience. Wish I would have, been able to come like
Yeah.
that.
And hearing, and then also hearing all Ramayana Katha
Yes.
from him, from Nityanand Prana Prabhu. Wow, it was like amazing. So Nityanand Prana Prabhu did Ramayana musical 2 sessions, like he did it here in the DC area. So there were 2 sessions. One session was Vibhishan Saranagati, and the other session was the best kept secret in Ramayana. So it was like many times multiplied bliss.
Yeah, there's nothing like going with devotees and hearing the katha from Maharaj. That's the way Prabhupada wanted us to see these places.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I agree with everyone. I absolutely loved the way that you narrated, spoke about the Radha Damodar Leela in great, great detail. I was, listening very riveted. Prabhu, I have a question. I know this month is coming to an end. Bhishma Panchaka starts tomorrow for the next 5 days. Is there anything special that we need to be doing during that particular time, or we continue with?
We continue with what you have been doing the entire month, and with a prayer that the entire year we will be doing like that.
Okay. Some devotees do Ekadashi fast for all 5 days, or they
All
do.
those are fine, but
Okay.
that is not the primary intention. The primary intention is for us to get deeper and deeper into bhakti, Krishna bhakti, and to develop that relationship more and more with Krishna, Radha and Krishna. So that let's keep that focus, not only for the Damodar month, not only for Bhishma Panchavaka. throughout the year, our consciousness should reach that stage where nobody needs to come and remind us. We are always thinking, hearing, reading the pastimes of Krishna. And he has so many pastimes. And he has so many other expansions and incarnations and lots of pastimes there too.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Otherwise, we become focused only on the rituals, oh, Bhishma Panchaka, oh, this, that. No, yeah, those are stimulants for us to go a little more deeper into our bhakti, but we have to capture the essence and intention. The essence and intention is we have to always remember Krishna and not forget him.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Rupini Padma Mataji is quiet today. Okay, maybe we should bring this call to an end. Shamarasika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble respects. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. It was very nice and nectarian class, Prabhuji. Nice to hear you. And we'll wait for any other questions. Sure, I don't have any question, but it was wonderful to be in your association. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for tolerating me.
It's more austerity in Karthik. Thank you for giving your association to me. Hare Krishna. I'm already on the way to office. So
Thank you. Thank you for joining the call.
if no one has any question, we'll wait for a few minutes. Otherwise, we can call Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa.
Achandubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavabhyo namo namah.
Anantakoti Vaishnava.
Vaishnavinda ki jai. Ramacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
Guru Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj jai.
Jai.
Please Nandan Prabhu ki.
Jai. Jai.
Please accept my apologies if I have misstated anything or spoken anything incorrectly. Kindly forgive and forgive my mistakes if I have done anything or stated anything wrong. But hopefully it was inspiring and uplifting.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Your talks are always inspiring and uplifting.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.